Hello, everybody. I'm here to do some 5-card Valentine's Day readings. If anybody would like a personal one, that would be a $5 donation, okay? So the first one I have up is Libra. So the first 2 cards are healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, okay? And then we have religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by religious upbringing and spiritual path. Hi, happy tears. Okay, so I'm doing Libra right now. Okay, going to pull 5 cards for each sign. So there's lots of beliefs, points of view that we've inherited from our parents, people around us. Okay, I'm good, hon. Hi, Nicola. So I'm on Libra. Okay. So we've learned how relationships are from the people around us, from family, friends, society. Okay. Things are shifting and changing. Things are not the same as they used to be. And man's reality is different than God's reality. Okay. So this would talk a little bit about that. It's like you have to create a relationship that works for both of you. Okay. It's not necessarily the way your parents or grandparents or anybody did it. And religious factors could be, they could be a different religion. They could be younger. They could be older. They could be from another culture. You know, it's just somebody that's different. And the first card is the seeds were planted a long time ago. Okay, there's lots and lots of potential here. Lots of growth. You're just waiting for the harvest to come in, okay? And then we have the death card. That's major transformation and change. Nothing ever dies. It's only transformed. Energy is only changed from one state to another. Just like, you know, water can be frozen. It could be liquid and it could be steam, okay? It's not destroyed. It's just transformed, okay? And then we have the 2 of Swords. Decisions and choices. Can't make up your mind. Can't decide what to do, okay? Being stuck in the head and not being able to make decisions and choices. Okay. So how is everybody? While I shuffle for Scorpio here. Just doing this on impulse. Had to go out and get all my errands and everything ran today because we got dug out for the snow today. We had 10 inches here. And landlord come and dug us out. Roads are started to melt some. There's gonna snow again tonight. Oh, you're stressed. Hi, Guna. How are you, honey? Okay, let's see. We're going on to Scorpio here. Now, Guna is an expert on twin flames. Would you be open one night if we have a talk on twin flames to just come and give us a tiny bit of input? Because one of the girls brought it up. I know it's Valentine's Day. I never believed in him until this guy. You know? And yeah, a couple people have brought it up. We're talking about just having a talk with our experiences on twin flames. So, Scorpio. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Wow. I want to be a Scorpio today. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you. Now, we have the Page of Wands. Here's the first 2. Okay. We have the Page of Wands, and this is new beginnings. What do you want? What do you desire? I mean, truly, think about it. What do you want? What brings that spark to your life? Okay? It's new things coming in for you. Could be communication of something of a passionate nature also, but it's new beginnings. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, and this is moving into something stable, secure. Okay? Prosperity, abundance, safety, security, happy family. Okay? And then we have the Queen of Wands. She knows who she is. She knows what her passions and desires are. She knows what lights her fire. She's very passionate about what she does. Like I said, these are the movers and shakers in the world. They're the ones that make things happen. Yes, twin flames are one soul in two bodies. Yes. Yes. And it's irritating the hell out of me. I just want to strangle him. Yeah. I've met if he's not my twin flame, I don't know who he is, because he's contacting me on 5D. So, and I got ticked off at him and told him New Year's Eve, don't be contacting me anymore because you're not coming in the physical. So, and I haven't heard from him, but then it's early days. So, okay. Sagittarius. These are just quick little reads. Yeah, you have more experience with twin flames than anybody I know. Sag. I don't know that much about him. I wasn't even thinking about it until I met this guy, and it's like, yeah, I'm not a happy camper. You know, it's such a hard path that I don't even know if I want him in my life. I've had enough trauma and drama in my life to last 10 lifetimes. Is anybody a Sag here? I didn't think anybody'd be here tonight. It's kind of late. I just can't sleep. Okay, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So if you usually go out with blondes and blue eyes, you may have somebody with brown hair, brown eyes, just for an example. Just somebody, if you used to going out with guys that are short, you might go out with somebody tall. You know, just little simple things like that. And retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Now, right, Nicola? Okay, so this is just whether it's just you needing to take time and retreat and regroup, or it's the two of you getting together and taking time apart from the world to spend some time alone, okay? Okay, somebody's not emotionally available. They're kind of shut down a little bit. So this is, yeah. You know, they have the prosperity, abundance, they have the opportunities, they have the potential, but they're totally shut down. They're holding their cards close to their chest, and they're just not willing to open up at this point. They have so much passion in them. This is new beginnings of something very passionate. Somebody told me one time, lots and lots of sex. Okay. So it's creativity, desire. What do you want? What lights your fire? Okay. Now somebody else is open to receiving. Here's some stability. Here's some moving forward. Okay. he's waiting. This person's waiting for their ship to come in, and they're open to receiving. Okay. I thought the 3 cards would be enough. I feel like it's not enough information. Usually 3 card readings are pretty good. Okay. We got any Capricorns here? What's everybody doing home tonight? Like I said, I went and got all my errands done because we're going to snow again tonight. I guess we're supposed to have snow every other day. They're always in the energy of chaser and runner, but when they meet, they share an unconditional love. One of them is more spiritual than the other. Oh, Angry Orchard. Hey, Tiffany. My son drinks Angry Orchard because he's got to do gluten-free like I do. I don't like beer. And it was so funny because I sit here, I don't drink at all. So one night for New Year's Eve, I got a bottle of wine and I sit here. I had a half a cup of wine and I'm feeling a little high. And I'm sitting here drinking wine. As soon as I started doing readings, it was all gone. All gone. No matter how much I drank that night, I didn't get high at all. It's just like yeah. Still got a beer taste to it. I don't care, girl. I don't like beer. How you doing tonight, Tiffany? Okay, so I have done Libra, Scorpio, and Sag already. Now I'm working on Capricorn. We're just pulling 5 cards for Valentine's Day, okay? I still think it has a beer taste to it, girl. Ugh. Yeah, I've been running all day. I'm kind of tired too, Tiff. So we all come and sit online on a Saturday night. Okay, Capricorn. Are you serious? One is usually more... Okay, because this guy is very religious. And I do the spirituality stuff. And every time I would see him, he'd tell me, if I don't change my ways, I'm going to hell. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. I'm not quick on the mark. I think about all this stuff later, right? So I'm thinking later, this guy's got a program. He's running a program. He's been programmed that you got to be a certain way, you're going to go to hell. And I'm thinking it's a childhood program. So I don't know. Interesting. Finances. Oh, gosh. And this suits Capricorns, I know, too. Finances and career are causing problems. Financial factors are a factor in your love life right now. And if you do get time together, have a heart-to-heart conversation. See, we're talking about drinking and I'm tongue-tied. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And just remember, men can only do one thing at a time. So rock and roll. So, don't bombard them. If you're going to talk to the guys, don't bombard them with 10 things that you've got issues with. Talk about them one at a time and resolve each issue. Otherwise, they're going to get overwhelmed and they're going to shut down, okay? My son says they have a cherry Angry Orchard now. They only sell it on the East Coast. Okay, so we have the 4 of Cups. Somebody's not paying attention. They're busy. They're bored. They're stuck in their head. Okay. They want a safe place to put their heart. He sends you some. All I know, it's on the East Coast, hon. Okay. Don't miss an opportunity. Okay. This person is so stuck in their head that they may miss an opportunity. So open your eyes and look. And I keep saying, hey, Gypsy, how are you? Us women have a tendency not to pay attention what's even going on. That's a safety issue too, okay? But we've got so many things going on. We're in our head. We don't pay attention where we're going. We don't pay attention who's looking at us. Sometimes you have to stop and look around to see who's looking at you. And if it's a cute guy and you're interested, look back and smile. You'd be surprised what happens, okay? I had a dating coach tell me that. Again, somebody else stuck in their head, can't make decisions and choices. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? Oh my goodness, this fits this Capricorn I know to a T. Okay. And then we have the Six of Cups. This is nostalgia. This is longing for someone or something from the past. Okay. Could be somebody coming back from the past, or you wanting to reach out to somebody in the past. Okay. Okay. Anybody Aquarius? Runner chaser, huh? Yeah. I went into a panic. I quit talking to him for a while, and then I reached out. We started talking again, then he panicked and disappeared. So I guess we took turns doing it. Aquarius. The only one that's had any really good love cards is Scorpio. Oh, you're trying to donate? Did you? Yeah. I thought everybody'd be too tired. No, I haven't got to Gemini yet, hon. I have Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, and now I'm doing Aquarius. These are just some quick little readings. Okay, so at this point, we have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Okay. And we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. Maybe that's why you feel like there's a potential relationship there, because it's familiar. Okay. Now, or maybe it's just too early in the relationship. I kind of got that feeling. Now, we have two major arcana here. These are major things going on, okay? First one is the Star. This is a wish card. This is a very healing card. It's bringing in a very, very bright energy into the situation. Follow your intuition, follow your knowing, okay? There's a need to balance your emotions, but, just be aware that this is a very healing card. And the next card is the Nine of Wands. This is the perseverance card. You're tired, you're exhausted, you just feel like you can't take another step, okay? This is, hold on. The finish line's right here. And don't focus on how far you got to go. Focus on how much you've already done, almost accomplished. Whoa. Where did that come from? Okay. Hang in there. You're almost there. Don't quit just before the manifestation. And then we have the Fool. You've completed some major lessons. Now you're starting all over again. This is like a rebirth. Okay. It's starting all over, a new adventure, new beginnings, new lessons to learn. Okay. Can everybody hit the like button for me, please? I would appreciate that. I have 5 people here. I should have 5 likes up. Okay, Pisces. Everybody still awake? Oh, there's the first one. We have 6 people now. I should have 6 likes. Okay, we've done Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius. Now we're on Pisces. Okay, Gypsy. Let me, hold on a second. Let me grab my phone. I don't even know where it is. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Oh no! Move. It's pretty bad when you got to search the whole house to find your phone. Okay. Okay, I don't show anything on Cash App yet. Okay. Does he? I know on YouTube there's a repeat for a whole hour. I put it on too. Oh, yep. Honest to God, Guna, that's exactly what I say about him. He feels like home. He feels like home. Okay, there it is, $5. Okay, I found it, hon. It just popped up. Okay. Let me do this Pisces one and then we'll do yours, okay, Gypsy? Oh, come on, guys. There's only 2 likes. Am I horrible tonight or what? This guy just, I'm telling you, he just talks to me on 5D. And it's like, ugh. Okay, this must be the theme of the night, the religious factors. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Just because he's different doesn't, or he or she is different, does not mean they're not good for you. You know, we have to do what's right for us. This is him. Oh my goodness. Okay, so he's a Pisces. Mine's a Capricorn. So we have the Emperor. This is a man this is a person that likes to be in charge. Okay? He's from another culture. Yeah. Well, mine's definitely from a different culture than what I'm used to. Okay. Somebody that likes to be in charge. Could be somebody that is a boss, a father figure. Okay. They like to, they just like to be in charge. I mean, they're leaders, you know? Now, they can, when they're out of balance, they can be abusive, you know? So you have to be careful of that. You have to be aware. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Huh. There's communication coming in, hon. Yes. There's a lot of transformation and change going on. There's going to be some rapid communication coming in, and there's going to be some truth and clarity being brought forth, okay? And then you've got to decide, okay, you are talking. Okay, so you're not seeing something clearly, okay? Now, you need to decide, are you walking away from the situation? Or are you going to walk away into a new adventure with this guy? It's going to be your choice, your perspective, okay? As long as you're aware, I've got one little gal that I do readings for, and I keep telling her this guy is out of balance. He's kind of abusive and controlling. And she says, I don't care. I love him. And I said, ooh, okay, it's your choice, honey, but you're going to wish later that you would have listened a little bit. All I can do is bring clarity. That's a hard part, is waiting, huh? They've got to, I don't know. Okay, we're going to do Gypsy real quick since she donated. How's everybody else doing tonight? I have people coming and going, but nobody's talking. We haven't got to your sign yet, have we, Guna? Okay. Okay, now Gypsy, when they do that, pay attention. Whatever he's accusing you of is what he's up to. Okay? I want you to pay attention to his actions and what he's saying. Okay? His actions speak louder than words, you know? Pay attention to his actions more than what he's saying. It's so hard when people interfere. Okay. It says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And it says your feelings are real and worth exploring. And again, we have two major arcana. We have, this is reversed from one of the other readings. We have the Fool. Yeah. You've completed some lessons. You need to make choices and decisions, okay? You are ready for a new life, a new beginning. You're ready to walk off into a new adventure, okay? This is like a bringing about a rebirth for you. And then we have the King of Swords. It's funny. This is sitting back and observing everything that's going on. Okay? This is somebody that has mastered their intellect. They're very introverted. Okay? No home. Oh my gosh, girl. Okay. This is introspection. This is successfully completing, getting like control of your thoughts, your feelings. Okay. Not so much introverted, but what I'm trying to say, what we were talking about, stepping back and observing the actions. This person is observing everything that goes on around them. Okay. Now, I have a new deck of cards that I'm trying to learn, and this makes me think of this, okay? Here's the star. It's very healing. Follow that intuition and knowing, hon. You're coming into a balance of your emotions. I think you're tapping into your own self-worth a little more, okay? There's light being brought to the situation. And let me see. Let me find this real quick. I was making notes on this card. I probably won't be able to find it very fast. Where the heck is it? Well, I'm not going to find it. But it explained it to a T the way I wrote it down. But it's sometimes things happen in order, sometimes things happen in order to trigger you knowing what your worth are, so you can, waiting in the silence. Okay. It's just sitting back, observing how they act. It's kind of the same thing, because I've been trying to explain this to my oldest daughter for a while. She's very spiritual now. She's kind of new on the path. She's starting to have major leaps and bounds, but she doesn't listen to what anybody has to say. Of course, it's her truth. Okay. So we all have our own truth. This is why I tell you guys, I may teach you something, but question everything, because that's my truth. Okay. Your truth may be something else. It may resonate. That's fine. That means that's part of your truth too. But if it doesn't feel right, then that's not your truth. Okay. So what happens sometimes, you get to a point to where you detach from something. Have you ever been in a situation to where you are somewhere and you're just watching all this stuff go on? You're totally centered. You're not interacting with anything, and you're just observing. Okay? That's getting past the ego. That's the higher self observing the situation. Okay? The higher self just observes all the time. Okay? Yes. Good girl. Good girl. But there's lots of healing coming in for you, hon, and new beginnings. Okay? This may be just a diving board, jumping on the diving board for you. Just start asking the universe questions around it, hon. I'm doing, personal readings are $5. I'm going in and trying to do each sign. So far, I have done Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and Gypsy donated. So we did a personal reading for her. And I think somebody else just donated too. Let me double check. I didn't think anybody'd be around tonight to donate. Hold on. Okay, nobody else has donated. If you want to go ahead and donate, then you can be next. But I'm going to go ahead and do Aries while you decide what you want to do. Okay, hon? Please hit like, everybody. Please, please, please. Okay, I'm doing Aries. I don't know who else was. Nadine, you donated? Did you donate on Cash App or did you donate on PayPal? Let me pull a PayPal direct. I need to get a little tablet to do this or something. This is nerve-wracking. PayPal, okay. And of course my phone's going to go dead. Yep, there it is. Okay, Nadine. Nadine's next. Okay. Let me plug my phone in, hon. Oh, fudge. Okay. Can everybody hit like, please? Please? Pretty please? With cream and sugar on top? Okay. I think Scorpio so far has had the best reading of the night. Okay. Are you expecting an emotional commitment, hon? Okay, let go of control issues. Relax, and let it happen. Okay? You're Scorpio? That's funny. I said, I want to be a Scorpio. That is so funny. Relax and let it happen. Okay? Relax and let it happen. Be playful. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay? Three of Cups. Celebration, success, people coming together to celebrate. Your emotional cups are overflowing. Queen of Cups. Someone very sensitive, loving, nurturing, caring, balanced, coming in to offer a cup, something of an emotional nature. Okay? And then we have the Knight of Cups. Now, it's stalled. It's stalled a little bit, okay? He's holding the cup above his head. He's thinking about offering it, but the horse is stalled. He's stuck in his head right now. He's overthinking it, hun. So just start visualize everything you love about him and send it to him on a mental level, okay? We're very, very telepathic and we pick up on each other's thoughts. Does that make sense, hon? Looks good, though. And if you scroll back a ways, Scorpio is the second one that I did on here. That's a good reading, too. Okay. Did anybody else donate? I'm going to go on and do Aries. I'm happy for you, hon. Just focus on everything you love about him or her. I really do get nervous when I do readings. Aries. You've been talking 4 weeks. Well, you know, there's some kind of advancement here. Yeah. Somebody's thinking about taking it to the next level. Okay, Aries. If you go in and look at the, I called my son's an Aries. He was not happy with me today. I woke him up out of a nap because in the general readings, the Aries is talking about a love relationship moving forward. And I said, are you going to propose to Cindy? And he goes, oh, hell no. I said, well, I was wondering because I was doing the general readings and it was talking about, you know, emotional commitments. And so I said, well, you might think about buying her a mother's ring because she just had their second child. She had a little girl. Cutest little bug. Aries. Okay, so there's been a separation, I think. There's been time. I think this is in past tense, or this is coming in real quick, or it's ending real quick. Separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. Okay. Okay. Thanks, everybody, for the donations. Okay. And then passion. This is allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Now, the reason I think that the separation is ending, because I have a page of cups here. A lot of times this cup is an apology. Okay. Offering something. So that makes sense to you? Okay. Yeah. So offering something of an emotional nature, and a lot of times it represents an apology. Now, anything that was not built on a solid foundation, this separation has given them time to think, okay? This is the universe stepping in. Now, the universe cannot step in unless you ask for help at some point in time, because the universe gave us free will and cannot interfere with free will unless we ask, okay? So at some point you've asked for help. You've taken too long or didn't follow through on what you asked for. So the universe is coming in and shaking things up, okay? Anything that was not built on a solid foundation is being broken down in order to be rebuilt again. Now pay attention, because this is the high priestess. She is the knower of secrets. There's a need for balance. There's a need for following that intuition and knowing. Don't listen to your head. Your head will lie to you every time, okay? We get stuck in our head and we don't get anything done. If you want a balanced head, heart, you're going to bring the little strings up from the heart to here, and then bring the strings from the brain down here, okay? And you bring them together, and then you try to make a choice from here, okay? But there's secrets. There's things going on that you don't know about right now, okay? So I'm thinking that there needs to be time for these truths to come out. But pay attention to the gut feeling. Your body knows before you do. I had somebody that I was talking to online, and he wanted to come out and spend Christmas and bring his daughter. And it's like, oh my, I am very level-headed. I don't panic. I started hyperventilating because my body knew this was not a good idea. It was not a good idea at all. Your body knows before your head does. Okay? So pay attention if things start tightening up in your body. Does that make sense, hon? So that was Aries. Okay, somebody's got to keep me accountable here. Nadine, did I do yours yet? I get into these and I don't remember. Somebody tell me, did I do Nadine's reading already? I know I did Gypsies. I did do, okay. So, Guna, you're next, hon. Yes, yes. Hang in there, guys. I get into the readings and I don't remember other things. Guna, she puts all kinds of wonderful stuff on my Facebook. She's got some good stuff out there. Girl, no matter what you do, this is not going to move fast. Just refuses to move fast. Okay, it says very soon. Make a liar out of me. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Love you too, girl. Okay, what do you want? Sit down and define. Write it out. Write it out. Read it a few times. Rewrite it. Write it to exactly the way you want it, hon. You know there's that hand-mind connection in there, okay? And then trust. The situation's calling for you to have faith. This card's telling me very soon, but this card tells me this is slow. It's stable, it's slow moving, and it's probably good because there's all kinds of fears coming up, okay? Yeah. So, where are you not trusting yourself? Where are you not trusting yourself? This is one of the things that I'm loving. I'm learning the personality of this deck, okay? I'm learning the personality of it, and it's such an awesome deck, and it's talking about embracing the shadow side, and this is what I try to tell you guys. It says, as you embrace that shadow side, it said, okay, talk to it, find out, okay, talk to the shadow side, find out what it's trying to teach you, and then throw it into the fire, because once you know what it's trying to teach you, you don't need it anymore. Okay, I love the way this deck just says things, but I'm just playing with them and trying to learn its personality, and this is an awesome deck. Okay, be a while that I have to learn it, the personality first. Okay, like I said, slow moving, stable. Okay, deal with all the fears. I know you're going through renewal. New beginnings with truth and clarity. Okay? Yeah. Lots of work coming in, but it's more of a balanced give and take, okay? Cuz you're done carrying the burden. time for you to make choices and decisions because you're done carrying the burden of everything. The universe has opened up a couple pathways for you. So now you need to decide what you want to do. What's best for you? So then work on you. You can't do anything for him except let him know how you're feeling. Focus, like I said, focus on what you love about him and project to him. But I want you to start focusing. Yeah. I want you to focus on you right now. Okay. It's time for you to work on loving you. What is best for you? Don't worry about him. What is best for you? I know you love him, but is he good for you? Is he the best thing for you? That's the thing we got to ask. We have to do what's best for us. And I think that's something we're all in here learning right now, especially as women, because as women through the centuries now, we have been told that it's got to be this way, that way, we're property. You don't have any choice. You don't have a decision. If you do this, you're a tramp. If you do this, we've got to do what's best for us instead of worrying about what everybody else thinks. Create your life, create your reality. Okay, we're doing Taurus. But like I said, sit down and have a conversation with yourself. What's best for you? You're the one that's got to set the boundaries for how he's going to treat you. And if you love yourself first and accept him as whipped cream on top, instead of trying to fulfill you, this is what I tell every time I do readings. You are whole and complete already. Okay? You're already whole and complete. You have the light and you have the shadow. Okay? Anybody else that comes in is just the whipped cream on top. They complement you. They don't fulfill you, Good for you. Good for you. Question everything. Oh, Taurus. We got any Tauruses out here? Yeah. But see, that's one of the things about twin flames is they teach us a lot of things. He's the one that shifted my life to where I had enough courage to come in and start doing readings. Okay. He brought me out of my shell so that I he shifted my world a lot. I just figured if I can go through all that pain with him, then it's not so bad, to put out there into the world. Yeah. Hi, Happy Tears. You came back, hon? Okay. So, Jeree, I have Corey. Okay, let me see. Corey. Hold on, I need to look. And Jeree and then Corey. Okay, I got Taurus laid down already, and then we'll do. Had to take a quiz for math. I went to school in my 40s to college while raising 2 kids on my own. Taurus, honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So maybe you two need to take some time to just get away by yourselves, okay? Children, your love life is being affected by children. Okay. First card is the Hierophant card. Oh my goodness. Yeah, another 15 years of school? Business management, yeah. Okay. This could be a marriage card. Okay. No, I'm doing Taurus now. Gemini's next, but I've got 2 people that donated too, okay? This could be a spiritual authority. It could be the head of a hospital, head of a church, could be a teacher. It could also be you needing to go in and tap into your own inner authority. Now, I have the Page of Swords. Okay. This is the new beginnings of rapid communication coming in and out. Okay. A lot of truth and clarity coming through. Now, I've listened to some of the readers, and, we pick up on things from each other. This is also somebody that's watching you. Not necessarily stalking, they're just keeping track of you. Okay. Maybe watching your social media. Now, I hate how doctors treat everybody, hon. Everybody. And yeah. Don't get me started on doctors. They almost killed me. The stalker. Okay, 2 of Pentacles. Somebody's not open to receiving. Okay, they are focused on balancing things in your life. They're waiting for their ship to come in, but they're so busy trying to balance everything, they're not paying attention, so they're not open to receiving right now, okay? You live in the South. Yeah. That's got to be a little challenging. I'm reading some of the belief systems of people have down there. They don't listen to the doctors and stuff because they believe in the old wives' tales and stuff. And it's like, okay. There's got to be a balance of everything. Got to be a balance in everything. Okay. Jeree, you're next, hon. You here? They had me on antibiotics for 13 years for bladder infections. And of course, taking antibiotics all the time causes other complications, which contributes to the bladder infections. And then back then, they didn't have broad spectrum antibiotics. So I was on antibiotics every day for 13 years. I was so sick I couldn't walk across the room. And they didn't believe in Candida. They didn't believe, they said, this is, a doctor and I had an argument about this. I said, 40 years ago, you guys said that probiotics were a scam. Okay? I said, that started shifting my health big time. Jeree, are you here? And then I got into herbs. I picked up a little book called The Way of Herbs. Started shifting everything. I cleared up the bladder infections, yeast infections, started eating healthier, okay, and started shifting my health myself. I was so sick that I couldn't even walk I couldn't walk 5 feet without being exhausted. The only life I had was work. I was so sick that I just slept on breaks and lunches and before and after work and no life. Yeah, cranberries work, but they don't help. Okay, my problem was I have like a little twist. They finally, after 13 years, they finally sent me to an ancient urologist. Okay. He was probably in his 80s when I started going to him. And he believed in the old method, and he started using that and cleared it up. But that's back when Kaiser started. Okay. They didn't believe in sending you to specialists for anything. Okay, Jeree, we have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Okay. I kind of get the feeling, be yourself. Okay. Does that make sense? That's the first thing I thought of was as you. I think you have a natural tendency to be a flirt. Not that that's a bad thing. Okay. And then we have deception. Somebody is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Somebody's not expressing their feelings. Okay. Somebody may act like they're real casual and they may be head over heels in love with you because they're hiding their emotions because they don't want you to take advantage of them. Does that make sense? Okay. Now, you're not seeing something in a situation, and I show somebody is walking away. Somebody's no longer emotionally fulfilled, and they're walking away from the situation. They're not seeing the truth of the situation, okay? Or somebody has walked away. Now I have the Queen of Wands. This is passions, desires, creativity, knowing who you are and what you want. Okay? This is the things. I think that you are a very bright, bubbly person. Okay? I think that you just shine everywhere. This is what I'm feeling, okay? And that you're very passionate about life. And I think this person's starting to recognize this. Is this making sense? Okay. Yeah, I have to put mine on the charger here again in a second. And somebody's coming back to offer something of an emotional new beginning. A lot of times this is a card for offering an apology. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. Let me put this phone on the charger. Good. Oh. I have a tendency to second guess some of the things I say sometimes. You know? I have to get some water too, guys. Hold on. I can't drink the water here because I stopped and got something to eat early and drank some of the water from town and immediately got a migraine. It's crazy. So if you get migraines, check and see if you're lacking magnesium for one thing, and check out the water. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. You have too much calcium in the water. If you have too much calcium in the water, then make sure you take magnesium, because your body cannot process calcium. It'll stay floating around in your blood if you don't have enough magnesium. You have to have magnesium to process the calcium. That's why people that are taking calcium and still get osteoporosis, it's because they don't have enough magnesium. Okay. Jerry, I'm glad that made sense, hon. Okay. Corey, you're next, hon. No, I still have Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. And I have Corey. You're welcome, hon. And I have Corey's, and then I'll go in and do Gemini and Cancer and Leo and Virgo. You know what? I wouldn't trust any of the meats that they have out there. I'm to the point I can't eat meats anymore. They cause severe leg cramps and stomach problems, and it's like I have celiac, so I'm sensitive to stuff anyway. Corey, and yeah, eating meat anymore just kills me because it's got so much stuff in it. Okay. I separate them in different parts of the deck and then shuffle them because, of course. So Corey, then Gemini, and then Cancer, and then Leo and Virgo. Poor Nicholas, she's going to be the very last one. Yeah, I have celiac. I can't have any gluten. You know, and I can't have nightshade families, which is potatoes, tomatoes, and peppers. And I can't have dairy. And the dairy throws my heart into AFib. It's such an inflammatory food. That's crazy. So I basically live on fruits and vegetables and nuts. Corey, very soon. Okay, now you have to decide what you want, though. I think you're being kind of wishy-washy about what you want. Sit down, write it out, read it, rewrite it, put it out there, okay? You need to decide. You need to make some decisions and choices, okay? And I don't know if somebody is working a lot, whether they're trying to get finances together or they're working hard to achieve a goal. Yeah, no, I never tried dairy again. It's not worth going into the AFib. Makes my heart go crazy. Absolutely nuts. Throws it out of rhythm, everything. Okay. Sorry, hon. Okay. Either somebody's in financial trouble, they're working all the time. Maybe they started a new business and they're working to get it up and running. Something is blocking things moving forward, okay? Choices, decisions, manifesting what you want, okay? Now, I'm telling you, in a dream one night, they kept telling me about this card. The magician has studied and practiced through his whole life to be able to manifest from the heavens into the earth, okay? So anything that has gone on previous to this relationship has been practice and learning, okay? Learning what you like and what you don't like in relationships. Now, at this point, somebody's not open to giving and receiving. This person is emotionally shut down. There's the potential is there, but he's holding these cards close to his chest. He's not going to give out his feelings. He's not going to let go. He's not going to relax. whoever it is, okay? And yeah, there's something's not emotionally fulfilling, and I'm thinking that somebody's going to walk away from the situation, okay? It's like there's no truth and clarity here either. There's no communication. Does that make sense, hon? Corey. Let me know if that makes sense, hon. Okay, cool. I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear, but that's maybe what you needed to hear. Okay, now we'll do Gemini. I always, like I said, I always separate the cards in different areas and then shuffle them a bunch of times. And I still have the same cards come out a lot of times. Dairy is an inflammatory food, Happy Tears. There are 7 well, there's more, but 7 main inflammatory foods are gluten, dairy, soy, sugar, peanuts, beef that's not grass-fed, and what else is it? There's one more. And then on top of that, there's nightshade families. Let's see, what's the 7th one? Regular sugar. Regular sugar. Regular white sugar. Of course, it depends on the person too. Okay, we've got 2 major arcana here. First off, know that you are lovable. You deserve love. Okay. And there's some codependency going on. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Okay. Now, this codependency can also be a codependency, not just with a person, but it could be with belief systems. Okay. Programs that we're programmed with, the way things should be. Points of view, limitations, believing you're not worthy, believing that it's better to give than it is to receive. Clear that. Also clear that you have to work hard for your money. That's a program. That's a program too. So you need to clear that. You do not have to work hard for your money. If you're doing what you love, the energy should flow easily. That's tapping into God's reality. That's not man's reality, okay? Again, we have the Emperor, person that likes to be in charge, okay? Yeah. I get the impression, I keep getting the impression of somebody with a puffed up chest, like they know better than you. Don't ask me why I'm getting that. I've been getting some interesting stuff lately, okay? Now, there's some cleansing and clearing going on. And I love this card. I love it. It's empowerment. She's coming out of troubled waters into smooth waters. She's gone through all these obstacles already. These are the obstacles that are ahead of her. She has taken charge, okay, of the boat. Instead of having the guy in the traditional decks rowing the boat and taking her forward, she's like disempowered, her and the child. She has taken charge and she has moved forward. She is empowered to make changes, okay? And then this is a successful completion of life's lessons, okay? This is, completing them. This is cleaning up the residual energy, getting ready to start back with the Fool all over again for new lessons, okay? Cool, cool, cool. Okay, we'll do Cancer next. You know, I probably had 15 people on here and I only have 5 likes. You guys mad at me tonight? Cancer. This is anybody being affected by this moon energy? There's a lot of readers on here tonight. I don't know. Who else readers? I know Guna's a reader. Who else is a reader? Let me know. I like to listen to other readers. I love listening to other readers. I know you're a reader. That's what I just said. Oh, there's lots of other readers on live chats. And you wouldn't think there'd be anybody on a Saturday night. You would think everybody'd be out. Cancer. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Now, I would say that we live several lifetimes in one lifetime anyway, okay? So I wouldn't necessarily that it's all past life because, like I said, we go through over and over again, cycles, changing our life within our life, all of our lives, okay? So it could be somebody you've known before in this lifetime too. It says, children, your love life is being affected by children. Could be your inner child's too. Now, we have the 4 of Cups. The universe is offering something, okay? We have 4 full cups. Look at this. The universe is trying to hand this cup of love to this person, this opportunity. Whether they're daydreaming, they're bored, whatever, they're stuck in their head, okay? They are stuck in their head. The mouse represents, it's like the little mouse in the wheel in the cage is rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, okay? The squirrel can do the same thing, but at the same time, because this is a cups card, you're looking for a safe place to put your heart. We're all looking for that, okay? But at this point, you feel like you've got all kinds of things going on and everything's coming at you at once. So you're very defensive. So I would sit down and prioritize everything, write it down and prioritize it and tackle it one at a time. It'll make it more manageable and you won't feel so overwhelmed and so defensive, okay? Same thing with talking with men. You start throwing a bunch of stuff at them and then they become overwhelmed and shut down, okay? I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. They're not our best friend, our best girlfriends. They're totally different. They're wired totally different, okay? Allison A. Armstrong has some awesome books that made more sense than anything I've ever read in my life. Now, we have the Lover's card. This could be two people coming together as one in a love relationship. It could be having to make choices over a love relationship, okay? But either way, see, he's looking to her for guidance. She's looking to the divine, and the divine's trying to bless the union, okay? So there's interesting interactions going on there. Okay. So Leo. I know why there's a lot of readers on tonight, because tomorrow's the moon, the full moon. Did anybody see that moon tonight? It's huge and it's gorgeous. On my Facebook, Guna, I posted some pictures of it. They're not the clearest in the world, but it looks so pretty. Okay, Leo. Yeah, it's just gorgeous. And they said it's a super moon, so it's bigger. Yes. I'm going to be out there early tomorrow to watch it. I was driving home tonight. No, I won't be able to see it tomorrow because it's going to snow tomorrow. Not again. We had 10 inches of snow yesterday, the last 2 days. They had 22 inches in 24 hours in parts of the mountains. And it's still snowing up there. And snowing again tonight. So possible another 3 feet. That's good though. As long as we don't have fires like Australia's having. Again, stay optimistic about your love life, Leo. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance, okay? And children, your love life is being affected by children. Now, we have the King of Pentacles. This is a person that's gone through lots of transformation and change, is very stable, okay? Thinks things through, very successful, okay? This is a good family person. You know, they're gender neutral, okay? This is somebody that's very prosperous. Very, yeah, it just accumulation of all kinds of wonderful things. Now, first thing that popped in my head is that's on the surface. Then we have the High Priestess, a need for balance. She's a knower of secrets. There's lots of things going on behind the scenes that nobody knows, okay? So I guess that's why this popped up, is there's lots of things going on. Okay, you have a good night, Guna. Yeah, there's things going on that you don't know about, This is Leo. I don't know what the symbol is for Leo. I haven't done astrology a lot, okay? So there's lots of, yeah. Like I said, when I first looked at this card, I thought, yeah, he looks real good on the surface, but like I said, there's lots of things. Yeah, it's just on the surface. So there's lots of things going on. I'm kind of wondering if this person isn't going to offer something of an emotional nature, because we have the Three of Cups. This could be a marriage card. She's, I am so old-fashioned, girl. I don't even know how to do any of those little symbols you guys do. They're so awesome. I did 30 years technical support, and now my brain won't touch it. It's just like, don't even try to learn it. We're done with that part of it. Okay. But this is happiness, joy, celebration. This is emotional fulfillment. Look at the cups are overflowing with emotions, overflowing with love. Okay. So that might be what the secret is. Or else they're just holding back their feelings. Okay. Nicola. Why am I thinking Nicola? Virgo. We finally got to Virgo. Okay. Last one for tonight, ladies. Don't forget, tomorrow night we're doing our through card readings. Virgo. Happy tears. Your energy feels a little lighter than when you came on. So I think I recommended to you to read the book, The Virgin Diet. She's the one that talks about the inflammatory foods. Doctors from around the world send her people that are ill that they can't do anything with. And she seems to, you got your math done. Oh, that's, yeah. Yeah. It was 30 years. Girl, I struggled through my math class for college because it had been 30 years since I learned algebra. I had to do extra credit. I had to relearn I had to go back and dig deep in my psychic to remember how to do the algebra the way I taught it. It made no sense the way they teach it now. I barely passed that class with a C. Hey, Kay, how are you? So, yeah, that was huge. Oh my gosh. I think I struggled some with English too. I'm trying to remember, but the one that was my nightmare was the math. Yeah. Okay, we are on Virgo. We have done all the other signs already. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so Virgo, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So tap into your creativity. If you've got to write papers for English, then do you have any hobbies or anything you could? Ugh. I had to do classes on public speaking, and I went in and showed them how to do crochet. The teacher was fascinated. He had a lot of questions. I was surprised because he was um, an older man, and you know what, hon? Why are you pressuring yourself on getting an A? Okay. You've got to give yourself credit for what you have accomplished. Even a B is good. Okay. Again, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Let go of control issues, and we all do this. We try to make things happen. Okay. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Now, we have the Four of Cups again. This is one of the main cups tonight, I think. Somebody's not paying attention. Someone is stuck in their head, okay? Okay. Stuck in the head. Overthinking things, okay? Not paying attention to the opportunities that are there. Looking for a safe place to find your heart, okay? Be open to opportunities. Open your eyes and look, okay? Now, we have the Six of Cups. This is a situation, a person coming back from the past. It could be a need to tap into the inner child. It's nostalgia. It's longing for something, okay? But it also represents somebody from the past coming back. Very loving, nurturing, caring, okay? Very expansive. Also pregnant with possibilities. Cool. Cool. I still want to be a Scorpio. Scorpio had the best reading of the night. Of course, I can't really say that because my Venus is in Scorpio. So maybe there is somebody coming in for Valentine's Day. I was listening, if any of you ever listened to Patricia 1111, she was hitting some things on the nose and said, well, this is coming in within the next 2 weeks to 6 months. And I said, holy shit, 2 weeks? Am I ready for that? Oh, no. I'm horrible. I'm just taking a day at a time and don't know what to say or do. You still here, Kay? I show 3 people. Anything anybody wants to talk about tonight? Okay, soy, sugar. Yeah, I know you're here, hon. Grass-fed beef. Gluten, dairy, peanuts. Oh, corn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are the 7. Oh, you don't think I don't think that sometimes, Happy Tears? Yeah. I don't know. I'm just discouraged. I kind of surrendered and said, well, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and tried to step back from it, but I pick up on his feelings. I know I do. It's like, of course, being an empath, I pick up on other people's stuff too and try to send it. I taught you that who does it belong to technique, didn't I? Did I not teach you that one? Okay. And it's also for reference, it's also about 6 months back. I did a video on that and the bubble technique. So 90% of what we think is not even ours. It's either something we pick up from the people around us. Oh, yeah. Okay. So 90% of what we think is not ours. Some of that has also come down through our ancestors. Okay. So you want to ask, does this belong? Is this mine? Is it somebody else's? Or is it something else? If it's something else, you want to send it back. Okay, send it to the earth. It's something the earth requires. If it's somebody else's, you're going to send it back to them with love and consciousness. Okay. If it's yours, ask what percentage of it is yours and send the rest back. And most of the time that anything that's yours is usually under 25%. Hey, Aaron, how are you? Okay, so that will lighten up your energy dramatically. And then your friends told you this. Do they do access consciousness? So, do you know how to do protection? Okay. So I was doing. I'm only doing personal reads for donation on Valentine's. Okay, for Valentine readings. It's 5 cards for $5. The personal readings, if you don't want to do a donation tonight for Valentine's Day, then we're doing 3-card readings tomorrow evening, okay? It's just 5 cards for Valentine's Day. What's your Valentine's Day going to be like, or the energy around it? It seems like they were pretty accurate tonight. Everybody was happy. So, Happy Tears, this is an access consciousness tool. So, like I said, we pick up things through genetics, we pick up things from other people. And once we start clearing out everything that isn't ours, your energy should mellow out. And also grounding, okay? You ground yourself at all. The way I was taught originally was to put crystals through my feet into the earth. That would ground me. Some people teach to visualize your spine growing as a crystal down into the earth. What I visualize is the lower 2/3 of my body, but you've got to ground also. You don't just count on your stones. You've got to ground. You've got to visualize grounding your body. Okay? I visualize 2/3 of my body is a tree trunk, and I visualize the roots going down to the center of the earth, okay? And wrapping around the heart of the earth. And what do you do for protection? That's the next best thing. That's the most important thing of all. Wow. Now, if you're doing readings, you should be doing protection, okay? Oh my goodness. And see, and whose stomach ache was it? It was probably his. Send it back to him with love and consciousness. That's the thing. Now, this is how I put my protection up, okay? I visualize a white egg-shaped light around my body. So I ask for the white Christ light of protection, infinite miles above, infinite miles below, infinite miles around and through, inside and out, throughout infinity. Okay, so you don't have to be putting it, okay, send him bubble cut. You're funny. Okay, so because somebody made a comment when I told them how to protect themselves, they said, I feel like I'm putting all my energy toward keeping this protection up. I said, well, ask for it to be infinite. Okay, then you don't have to be putting it up all the time. You just need to go in and check on it occasionally. And then ask for, ooh, boy, that was a head rush. What was that about? And then I asked for Archangel Michael's blue flame to surround that throughout infinity. Okay? And then I visualize this gold colored honey color coming in and surrounding all the outside of that throughout infinity. It will shift everything for you. I had a gal that asked me to mentor her, and she was doing channeling. She didn't know what protection was, and she didn't know what grounding was. And she says there was so much stuff coming through that she shut down her third eye. She didn't know what else to do. And I said, well, that's because you're not putting up protection. You're channeling everything. So, yeah. Well, I have somebody else watching with us. A couple people. You'll pay for a reading tonight? I showed a couple other people on here. Welcome. We're kind of talking right now. We're taking donations for readings. Okay, yeah. Did you want the love reading, or did you want another reading? Hi, Callie. So we could do a 5-card reading for $5 if you want to do that. Just a regular tarot. Or we could do it the same way we were doing earlier. I don't even know where my phone disappeared to again. You can send it either on PayPal or Cash App, hon. Callie said hi. We're kind of talking right now, hon. There's one other person. Hello. You could come in and talk too. Let me know what you want to do, hon. Oh, wonderful. What we'll do. Telephones. Okay. Send a Cash App. I could tell already. My phone is down to, oh, PayPal. Okay. Thank you, hon. Okay. No love reading? Okay. We're doing good, Callie. The thing is, we have to, once we quit looking for it, there it comes. You know, and I asked one of the gals, I said, am I pushing this away? And she says, no. This guy has financial stuff going on, and I know he does. Okay? Because he's putting his daughter through college and he's working 2 jobs. So he works at least 60 to 70 hours of work a week. Yes, self-love draws it in too. Yes, thank you, hon. This is why I like these lives, because everybody gives input. We all need to hear it, okay? So he works 2 jobs, put his daughter through college. This is her last year of college, so okay. How can I do this? Okay, so first card up is the star card. For one thing, that's healing. I think you're focusing on healing yourself. You're learning to balance your emotions and your passions. You need to follow your intuition and your knowing. No, there's no such thing as an accident. We do live reads usually on Sundays, but I did this one on impulse, and I love it because I love, we all pitch in and share stuff, you know. But there's light being brought, light and healing being brought into the situation. Now, what you've come from is a situation where everything was out of balance. There was a imbalance in giving and receiving. Somebody was taking, and not giving anything in return, okay? Now this is not, it's not telling me if there's a new one coming in. It's just telling me what you got to work on. Now, this is what you're looking for. This is victory and celebration, okay? Okay. You're so funny. Okay. This is what you want. This is victory. This is celebration. This is what you want. This is what I want too. Somebody that sees us for who we are and loves and accepts us for who we are. You know, we don't have to change for them. We don't have to be who we're not going to be. We don't have to conform to what they want. Okay. This is moving forward and getting what we want. But right now, you're dealing with the 7 of Swords. Okay. Is he lying to you and deceiving you? Or are you lying and deceiving to yourself about what you really want? Okay. And then we have the 4 of Cups. How many times have we heard that tonight? Okay. The universe is offering something, but you're not seeing it. There probably is a potential here. Look at this. Because you're so focused on this guy that you're not seeing the opportunity that's coming in. Oh, girl, Okay, that's one of the things we've been talking about tonight. It's such, I think there's a new one trying to come in, but you're not seeing it. You're so focused on this other, on Butthead, that you're not open to it yet. Okay, I'll pull one more card. What the heck? Okay, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. This is the perseverance card. You're almost there. Hang on. Don't give up. Okay, there is somebody coming in. Just hold on. You're not there yet. I want you to, again, see how far you've come rather than how far you need to go. All you need is one step more. Open your eyes and look around. Pay attention to what's going on around you, okay? Okay. So one of the things we're talking about, Callie, is there better be somebody else. I'm hoping for somebody else because I'm tired of waiting too. Okay. The problem with the divine masculine is they are so challenging. Mine's been going on for 4 years. This guy talks to me on 5D, refuses to come back in the physical. I just finally told him, don't even contact me anymore because you're not here in the physical. I can't deal with this pain anymore. Yeah, I love the Gilded Tarot too. They're awesome. They got a whole personality, a whole story of their own, you know. So somebody asked me if we couldn't have a talk one night. I don't know that much about twin flames. Yeah, but apparently I'm contacting one. That's a whole story. Girl, I had a reading from a woman. I knew he was talking to me in my dreams, but not as much as after I cleared my first husband out. Okay, remember this. Oh, Callie, you're funny. You're funny. Okay, so this gal did a reading for me, and she told me, she described my first husband. She goes, this is the one in your energy field. And I said, no way. I cut cords with him years ago. And she says, nope. So I visualized cutting the cords, asked Archangel Michael to come in and cut them and clean it all away and everything. Nope, he's still there. I said, I don't know what the hell's going on then. So she called me later and she goes, does he have somebody in his family that does the dark arts? And I said, yeah, his sister. He was coming in through his sister. He had put out there, if I can't have her, nobody can have her. Girl, I've been married. I've been single for 20 years. 20 years. Not even a date. I said, is this the jerk that's keeping me from having anybody new in my life? So we went in and cut the cords with all the family. All his family. Okay? No, you're not stuck with butthole. There's somebody new coming in, but you've got to be open to it. Okay? So we cut the cords with the whole family, which included my kids and my grandkids. And it was interesting. I asked for only the most loving, appropriate people to come back in and reattach, right? It was interesting to see who came in one at a time to reattach. First one was one of my grandsons. That surprised me. And so that cleared the energy. So that night, this guy was more open talking to me in 5D. Yes, that's what I'm thinking too. Just be open and yeah. So, in fact, I had 4 readers around me and they all said, oh, he's coming back this week. You watch. Now that you've cleared this energy from your first husband, he's been sensing this and this has been holding him back. He came back all right. He came back that night in 5D and told me, just hang in there, coming back. He says, I'm coming back. That was almost 2 years ago. And then I don't even ask about him. I get readings done at the end of the year, right? Well, I'll get them all year. But everybody swore for 2 years in a row throughout Thanksgiving and Christmas that he was coming back by Christmas. Okay, first off, happy tears. What did I tell you? You're already whole and complete. You don't need anybody but yourself. Okay? Anybody else that comes in is just the whipped topping on top of you. Okay? Is there a new man coming in? Queen of Cups. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody sensitive and loving. Someone's going to come in and offer a cup of love. So there, you just got to be open to it. Get out of your head. Okay? But it's so now some of my friends have gone in and cut cords with their whole families and invited them in to reattach. And what we've noticed is maybe that's a good thing to do once in a while, because any stuck patterns that you had in family relationships or anything, it seems to shift the energy. Yeah, I've been single for I'm going on 21 years in August. And the only one I've had in this my life was this guy. And I panicked, and when I finally talked to him again, he wanted to know why I pushed him away. And yeah, it's hard. I'm sorry, hon. So, I've been doing this stuff for 45 years, and I still learn new stuff all the time. But the thing is, they're coming in and they're teaching me more and more in my dreams, and I'm remembering more, But the thing is, I want to go in and start teaching all the stuff that I learned from years and years ago. Yeah. I'm telling you, girl, go out and celebrate you. Don't stay home. Go out and celebrate you. Grab some of your girlfriends that don't have anybody to, and go out and have some fun. Go to dinner, do something. I had a little gal that was so upset because her boyfriend was stood her up for her birthday. They had made arrangements to go to dinner, and I told her, go get a girlfriend, go out to dinner, celebrate your birthday. Her and her friend had a ball. Just shifted the energy dramatically. You got to celebrate you. What would you like to know, Callie? And I'll tell you. One of the first things I'm going to recommend to all you girls is read the book, The Dark Side of the Light Chasers, because we are whole and complete. We are that yin yang. Okay? So that shadow part is essential for us. And we need it. We need to talk to it. Instead of pushing it away, talk to it, because it's there for a reason. It's there for protection. It's there to teach us, okay? Talk to it. Okay, talk to your shadow side. Ask what it's trying to teach you, and then throw it in the fire. You don't need it anymore. Oh my gosh, girl. I don't think it's this month. I'm kind of getting the number 3. And that's about the time the school's out. Are you taking summer classes too? The Dark Side of the Light Chasers is by Debbie Ford. Now I have 2 people that have the books now. They want to have an interactive class. So if I can get 2 more people to together, we could do a class on it. Yeah, the Dark Side of the Light Chasers talks about, we go in and push away all those parts of ourselves that we don't like. Okay. Or things that people criticize about ourselves, we go lock those parts away. It's like shattering your soul. Okay. You spend the first half of your life pushing away all these parts of yourself, and then you spend the second half of your life trying to reclaim all those pieces of yourself. What are you doing this summer, Happy Tears? I think 3 months. So, yeah. I think that if you guys learn that while you're younger, are you going to summer school too then? Oh, girl. I really think you need to take the summer off. How are you going to meet somebody if you don't go out? What state are you in? I'm in Colorado. There's tons of stuff to do here. Florida. This is what I'm trying to save some money up. I got to get a computer first so I could keep doing readings. But I want to save up some money. What I'd like to do this fall is I would like to drive up to Minnesota, across along the Canadian border, up to Maine, down the East Coast, and then work my way back. I'd like to take 2-3 weeks to do that. Do you have to live in Florida? Grab a pendulum, grab a map, and see where. Yeah. See, yeah. If I get the money, I'll talk to you about that. $500? Yeah. See, the one I got now is borrowed, and it's a Dell, and it's sucks. What part of Colorado are you in? What area? What general area are you in, Callie? Yeah, this one's a Dell, and it sucks. I don't know if it's Windows 10 or what, but it sucks. Callie, what general area are you in? I'm an hour from Denver. And I'm an hour from Colorado Springs. Oh, you're in Denver? My older two kids live in Denver. Yeah. Girl, I can't give you descriptions, but the Queen of Cups would be somebody that's light haired, usually. Dang, Kelly, we should get to lunch together for lunch sometime. Yeah, I'm thinking blonde too. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Denver Tech Center, huh? I used to work in the Tech Center for 30 years. Life is good. We're kind of sitting around talking right now. We were doing love readings for Valentine's Day. We went through all the signs and did a few donations on some, and now we're just kind of sitting around talking. Girl, what are you talking about? Oh my God, are you for real? Oh, the flu type symptoms? Yeah, I'm like 40 minutes from the tech center. Cheryl, you should be taking elderberry. Everybody should be taking elderberry. That'll boost your immune system, and it helps better for viruses than anything. Do you ever go to any of the are you going to the metaphysical fair next month, Callie? Nightmares. Okay. Do your dreams get more intense around the full moon or the new moon, Cheryl? Detox tea. Elderberry. Elderberry shortens the duration and helps boost your immune system. One of my friends bought me a bottle of elderberry wine. Oh my gosh. That's some powerful stuff. I don't drink, but that's some powerful stuff. And if you get in, remember this, okay? You never have dreams. Okay. So if you go over to Vitamin Cottage, Callie, and you buy a bag of rosemary, keep it around the house, because if you start getting all that phlegm in your chest and your throat, there's a metaphysical fair next month. Yeah, a big one out at the Merchandise Mart. This was a cups or a water sign. Okay, so if you get some rosemary, you take a couple heaping tablespoons of rosemary and put it in 2 quarts of water and boil it for about 5 minutes and then drink it. It clears all that phlegm in your throat and your chest. I only remember having 2 nightmares in my whole life. The third one this week. Okay, so this week is supposed. Okay, what are the nightmares about? A fun way to boost the immune system. Oh my God. It's Manischewitz. Because I don't drink and they make fun of me. And I told them, oh, yeah, I want to try elderberry wine sometime. So they bought me some elderberry wine. Cheryl, what's happening with this moon, and it's bringing up a lot of hidden fears. Okay. I would keep some rosemary around. It's got a lot of vitamin C in it, a lot of other minerals, but it breaks up all that phlegm in your throat and your chest. I had a neighbor that had a baby. He'd been crying. Water sign. Yeah. Okay. I had a neighbor that they had a baby. He'd been crying for 3 weeks. Hadn't slept for 3 weeks, crying 24 hours a day. They were totally exhausted. So I gave her some rosemary and I said, here, make a tea out of this and put it in his bottle. She called me the next morning crying. And I said, what's wrong now? And she says, oh my God, why didn't you give this to me 3 weeks ago? It actually broke up all that congestion in his chest and he went to sleep. So, yeah. You know, a lot of those old remedies work. And I just found that out accidentally. Let me see. Is my phone still alive? Metaphysical Fair. Merchandise Mart. I think it's around St. Patrick's Day. Let me look. Body, Mind, Spirit Celebration Fair, March 20th to the 22nd, Denver Merchandise Mart. And then in April, they'll have one in Colorado Springs. What the heck? Do you work with disabled children at all? Cheryl, do you use any kind of protection? That's the first thing I'm going to ask you. Do you use any kind of protection? And I don't mean sexual protection either. I mean spiritual protection. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is teach you how to do spiritual protection. Okay, so you're going to picture a white egg-shaped light around you. Okay, and then you're going to ask for the white Christ light of protection, infinite miles above, infinite miles below, infinite miles around and through, inside and out. Okay, this is like 2 hours and 14 minutes on the video. Okay, if you want to come back and listen to it, but infinite miles of white Christ. I'm asking for the white Christ light of protection, infinite miles above, infinite miles below, infinite miles around and through, inside and out. And then you ask for it to be infinite. Okay. And then I call upon the Archangel Michael and his blue flame of protection to surround that infinitely. And then I ask for this golden, universal energy. It looks like a golden honey. It's almost iridescent, to come in and surround all of that infinitely. Okay, thank you, Happy Tears. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night, okay? You know, don't depend on your crystals alone. You have to protect yourself spiritually too. Your crystals are not going to do everything for you, hon. This is one of the things that they don't teach the things that they're supposed to anymore. Crystals are good for protection, but they don't do it all. You've got to ask for that white Christ light of protection. That reaches out into realms that your crystals don't even touch. Okay? Good night, Happy Tears. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow night, hon. You're not working. You've got your crystals. But the thing, you don't have to. It doesn't matter if you're working. You just, okay. Thank you, Happy Tears. You have a good night. They don't, that's the first thing you need to learn to do, is you need to learn how to ground, and you need to put up protection. I wear crystals, but you know, I wear black tourmaline because I do readings all the time, but I also have that white Christ light of protection up all the time. You know, I know how energy works. I remember I was meditating one time and I had that white Christ light of protection up, and my older two kids were in the other room and they were fighting, and I'm trying to focus. Okay, hold on. We'll talk about that in a second. I had that white Christ light of protection up. My kids were fighting in the other room. I could actually feel their energy poking into my white Christ light of protection, trying to get in. Okay. They don't teach the basics anymore. This is one of the reasons. Okay. This is one of the reasons that I'm on here. Okay. It drives me absolutely nuts because all these people are coming in and learning channeling and tarot and all these things, and nobody's teaching them the basics. You've got to know how to protect yourself. Your third eye may be open. You may have your psychic abilities, but you've got to have that protection because you don't know what's coming in unless you filter out the negative and the positive. You only want the things from the light coming in. I was talking about this earlier. I had a gal that came in, was doing channeling, had no idea what grounding and protection was. She had so much stuff coming in, she shut down her third eye. Okay? The white Christ light of a protection will filter out a lot of the negative stuff for you, because we have troubles differentiate. Okay, that's okay. The tarot cards are only a tool. Okay, just like a knife is a tool. A knife can be used to hurt somebody, or a knife can be used as something helpful. It's the same thing with tarot cards, hon. They're just a tool. And if you listen to some of my readings, what I do is I try to give you the energy around you, and then I encourage you to make choices and decisions. Because, okay, first thing, Never give your power away to a reading. Okay? I could tell you something and you could say, okay, these are my options. I'm going to make this decision, and then you're going to invalidate everything I told you because we are that powerful. Okay? We have a gift from God called free will and choice. We are so powerful, we can change anything on an instant because we have that free will and choice. Okay? I'm just trying to give you the energy that's around you so you can make choices. And this is another thing I tell people 99% of the time, you already know what I'm telling you. I'm just giving you clarity. We have a tendency to second guess ourselves. Okay? Sometimes we just need somebody to clarify what's going on. That leaves you open to making choices and decisions. Okay? And another thing I teach everybody, question everything. Everybody has their own truth. Okay? We're here to learn to accept our differences. It'd be a very boring world if we were all the same, okay? If we all did everything the same. You can go out and ask 20 people to explain how to do something, you're going to get 20 different explanations. So how can we live in man's reality like that when everybody's so scattered? But yet man's reality teaches us limitations. You can't do this, you can't do that, or you're going to go to hell. Okay? Why would God give us free will, okay, and then turn around and give us those limitations? Does that make sense? And this is something else I teach everybody. I may be telling you my truth. Question everything. What's true for you? Okay? What is true for you? I can't tell you what's in your head. I can't tell you what's the right path for you. All I can do is give you choices and options. Okay, so how I ground myself, okay, there's lots of videos on YouTube on how to ground, but this is how I do it. Okay, I visualize 2/3 of my body is a tree trunk. And then once it hits my feet, I visualize it turning into tree roots, growing deep, deep into the earth, and the roots are growing around the center of the earth to anchor me. Okay? That's number one. And it's so important. And there's lots of videos on here too on how to protect yourself. You don't have to do it my way, but I had a woman 45 years ago. That's how she taught us to do it. And I swear to God, girl, in 45 years, all of us that were in her classes, we could all say the same thing. This lady was the real deal. Everything she ever said was right on. She swore it down. She was a walk-in, okay? And that she came to teach, and everything she taught us just blew us away. Everything has been confirmed over the last 45 years. I've never seen anybody that was so accurate with their teachings. Okay? So don't be scared of tarot cards. They're just a tool. Okay? Just like anything else. And this is another reason I can understand. Oh yeah. There's nothing like the trees. They all have different energy. A lot of them are real soft and loving, and very giving and receiving. I love trees. I love trees. I always thought it was the mountains that I'm drawn to. It's the trees. Callie, you should contact me and we'll get together and we'll talk about some things, okay? If we ever get out of the snow. I got dug out today. Now it's going to snow again tonight. It's supposed to snow every other day. And you know what? Don't give in to the fear. Okay? Ask the universe questions. What do I need to know here? What is better than this? How can it get better than this? Ask the universe questions, because sometimes prayer is awesome. Okay, but this is what I'm going to tell you. When you get real specific about what you want, you lock the universe into this little specific box. Okay? And then there's all these possibilities out here. The universe sees the whole picture, we don't. Sometimes you have to ask for the universe to bring you the best option, because the universe, like I said, sees the whole picture. It can bring us something even better that we never even imagined. Okay? So sometimes we just have to ask, questions and follow the energy. I'm not real good about dreams, but I know that I was reading a lot of stuff today on this moon. I don't hear anything either. I just know things. I can be doing readings and all of a sudden something will pop out of my mouth. I had a gal that was going through domestic violence. I knew she had been going through it. I'm doing a reading for her, and I had things popping out of my mouth because I'm telling her, you're just beaten down, you're beaten down, beaten down, beaten down. And I'm thinking, why am I saying this? And I had another gal in the background, because it was on a live on Facebook, and she says, oh my God, there's so much truth going on. She goes, I just can't stand it. And I messaged her later, and she says, her boyfriend was on that live also. When I did a reading for him, I was talking about his control and being out of balance and being abusive. I didn't know that was her partner. And it's like, I don't know. I just know things. I don't hear things. People say, well, you channel. No, I don't channel. I don't channel. Like I said, question everything. Everybody's got their own truth. Everybody. We're not all here for one size fits all. We're all here to learn different things. We're all here to learn different lessons. We made soul contracts before we came in to learn things. I can't judge somebody for being abusive. I went through abuse, okay? With my last husband, I'm telling you, this chasm opened up and I saw his hell. I understood this man, he was abusive because he lived in this hell. And that almost destroyed me. It wasn't so much the abuse because I was getting out of it, but seeing that hell, I had to pull myself out of that. That was devastating. And I don't mean to tell my life story, but I seem to be turning into a storyteller. Ugh. You're welcome for the grounding technique. But like I said, you can look on YouTube. Okay, and I have a couple tools on here. About 6 months back, I did a video on who does it belong to. Okay. We carry things through our genetics. We are telepathic creatures. We pick up, especially empaths, we pick up things from other people. Okay. So there's a tool on there called Who Does It Belong To? It's about 6 months back. Okay. And there's another video on there on the bubble technique. I'll just go ahead and tell you this stuff. So this is an access consciousness tool. So 90% of what you think is not even yours. It's either coming down through the genetics or it's coming from somebody else. So you're going to ask, when you try this for 3 days, everything you think, does this belong to me? Does it belong to somebody else? Does it belong to something else? If it's something else, give it to the earth. If it's somebody else's, send it back with love and consciousness so they can be aware of what they're doing. Maybe they're not even aware that they're sending stuff out, okay? If it's yours, ask what percentage of it is yours, okay? And usually it's not above 25% of it being yours. Send the rest back with love and consciousness, okay? This way you can start getting clarity of what you're thinking, okay? Yes. Okay. So that's the first tool. And like I said, it's there's a video on here. It's called Who Does It Belong To? And the other one is the bubble technique. Now, I do access consciousness bars. And the brain is like a computer. Okay. So when you learn lessons, when you complete things, it throws things into the recycle bin. So what the bars does is it goes in and cleans out the recycle bin, okay? There's still a charge in that recycle bin. So the bars clears out a ton of stuff at once. Now this technique, the bubble technique, clears out one thing at a time. But you bring your hands together like this, okay? You're going to feel a little bubble. This is from a book called How to Clear Emotions in Minutes. It's by Gary Sinclair. He teaches 7 different techniques. I read the first 2, I concept what they were, found this one, and it resonated, and I'm teaching everybody, okay? But you bring your hands together, and you're going to feel that little bubble. If you have an emotion, a trauma, a drama, something that you're going through, a belief system, a point of view, you could put it in there. You're going to put it in the middle. You're going to bring your hands back and forth until it clears. Last month, I went to the Knick-Knack Nook, if you know where that is, Callie. It's over on Wadsworth. And a guy came in, he says, I've been to doctors, I've been everywhere. I have this terrible anxiety. Do you have anything that could help that? So they were looking for books for anxiety. And he wandered over by me, and I said, are you open to anything? I showed him that technique. He's not even into this stuff. He's doing it, and he goes, whoa. He goes, I feel it all coming up like this and going out. He goes, do you work with kids? The first time I did it, yeah, soul contracts. Okay. You can ask the lords of karma, the lords of the Akashic records, if you can go in and amend soul contracts. Okay. But we all make soul contracts to go through things before we even come in. Okay. You know, I made I can go back and see, I can go back and see why I went through 2 abusive marriages. I have probably been a doormat in several lifetimes. Okay. And the more, my first husband was worse than a narcissist. Okay. I can see why now, because the more he pushed, the more he said everything was my fault. Everything was my fault. Everything that went wrong. I could be 1,000 miles away and it was all my fault. The more he pushed, the more he tried to abuse me, the more he told me nobody liked me, the more I thought there's something wrong with this situation. He came in to play that part. Now, I was talking about this a couple weeks ago, and I lost a bunch of viewers, okay? A bunch of subscribers, because some of them had gone through sexual abuse and stuff. He put me through all levels of abuse, okay? But the more he put me down, the more I thought there's something wrong with this picture, okay? I had to go through that in order to take those steps up the ladder to start building up my self-esteem. Now, my second husband was better, okay? But he was still abusive. And I've been single for 20 years now because I didn't want to go through that again. And I told the universe here a while back, well, see, that's one of the things I'm trying to do on this channel. We sit and talk. I do on Sunday nights, I do a tarot and talk. You know, we do 3 cards tarot readings, and then we talk about stuff. It's trying to, like I said, nobody teaches this stuff anymore. You know, we need this stuff, and it's just driving me nuts. And you know what, girl? I'm an introvert. And we were talking about soulmates before this guy came in. I mean, the twin flames. Before this guy came in, I have been an introvert all my life. If you would have told me 2 years ago that I'd be doing readings on Facebook and YouTube, I would have laughed my ass off at you. You know, I would have thought you were nuts. And look at what I'm doing now. But this twin flame came in and shifted all that. He came in and shifted all of this. But it's you know, they come and I tell people, you know, life is like the holodeck on Star Trek. People come into hi, Dr. Astro Terrorist. People come in to be supportive players. I finished all the free readings, hon. All the signs are up. I was, yeah, I did a few donations too, but if you go back and watch, I started out with Libra up through Virgo, so, and now we're just talking about things. But it's I forgot what I was talking about now, Callie. We're just talking about, okay. We're talking about protection. We're talking about grounding, how nobody teaches basics anymore. If you've got any input on this, hon, we're welcome to hear from you too. You know, but it's like the, yeah, I remember now. It's like the holodeck. You know, you go in and you have a script. Okay, you go in and play out these. You have the supporting actors, and I noticed this when I went to a specific church. It's like there were the movers and the shakers, the people that are awake, and then there's the people that were just the supporting actors. They didn't deviate in any way from the script. Okay, it's like wow, 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 wow. You know, Dr. Astro, I do 3 card live readings on Sunday nights if you want to come. I want to look at your channel too. Are you still here? Is anybody here? But like I said, I do free readings on Sunday nights, free and donated readings on Sunday nights. So, oh yeah, but it triggers all these lessons for us. That everything is a lesson, you know. Somebody might come in. I know this sounds harsh. Somebody may make a soul contract to come in and be murdered. Okay? And it's horrifying, you know? Exactly. We come in, how many other lifetimes have we been sexual abusers? You know? It's a vicious cycle. And I think that my twin flame and I came in to deal with issues of abandonment, you know. I keep listening. I've been listening to some stuff on North Node and South Node lately, and that's starting to make a lot of sense. But you know, it was like last weekend. This is Sunday. I think last night it's just completing the cycle. Yeah. But you know, and I do notice that I have a tendency to hide behind my spirituality, who I am. So in a way, I'm still doing the same thing, you know? But if I can go in and teach people some of the things that I've been through, you know, because I can try to tell my kids things and they just blow me off, you know? My kids just, I don't know, my oldest daughter started to go through some stuff. And my oldest son thinks he knows everything. So it's like, you know, he's a Pisces, he's very intuitive. But the thing is, you can't tell people how to live their lives because we all came in to learn something different. This is one of the reasons I tell you to question everything, you know? But one of the girls requested that we have a talk on twin flame experiences. I said, I can't teach you anything on it, but we can all sit around and talk about it and be supportive of each other. This is one of the things I like. If you go back and watch some of my tarot and talks, we end up sitting around and talking about situations and stuff and how to handle things, you know? You're like 4 minutes behind. That's probably my internet. But you know, it's and I'm still learning new things all the time. All the time. You know, I had him come to me and was explaining some things about some tarot cards lately too. And so I've been doing readings since 12/31/2017 on Facebook. I didn't start on YouTube until last May, maybe. And this is huge for me. Huge. But like I said, if I can help people to learn things, to see things a little bit differently, but like I said, question everything because everybody's truth is different. We all come in to learn different things, you know. And I do Akashic record readings. I don't do a lot of them, but it's funny because I usually go through what that person is going to come in and talk about before I start going through what they're going to talk about before they come. So I started learning things about karma. Karma is not something that comes back and bites you in the butt. Karma is just lessons. So for about a week and a half before this lady came in for a reading, I started seeing examples of what karma was. I was sick all the time. That's why I got into alternative medicine, which led to this. But my family judged me, especially my son-in-law. They hated me. They judged me, thought I was weird, stupid, the whole bit, right? All these judgments. So one day after him and my daughter had broke up, he came home one day and he says, yeah, yep. He comes home and he tells my grandsons, he goes, your grandma's a genius. And they said, which grandma? And he says, your grandma Kay. And they go, what? Because they've listened to him put me down all these years, right? He goes, everything that she ever said was spot on. Spot on. health-wise, everything. He goes, she's a freaking genius. So this has been probably, they've been apart about 8 years now. I saw him a few months back. He jumped out of his car, came up and hugged me and told me, I'm so sorry for everything I ever did to you. He goes, you were right about everything. And I'm like in shock. And his mother judged me for my meditation and my spirituality. Now she's into meditation and spirituality. And my son-in-law is into health stuff now and calling me to ask about things. And so are my grandkids. And it's like, that's karma. Karma is not something that's going to come back and bite you in the butt. You're going to learn in some aspect of what you're judging people about, you know? Girl, I wouldn't even know where to teach classes. I'm southeast of Denver in a little town, and it's like, I guess we could do them at the library, Castle Rock or Parker. You know, I was running a tarot group for a while, but that everybody moved. But you can message me. We can get together and talk. Be nice to get out and. Yeah, this guy's only been in my life for, it'll be 4 years in July. So, but he talks to me in 5D, and you know, you can't make up these stories, girl. I went to Arizona in September. We haven't talked for over a year, okay? Went to Arizona for a month to help my daughter with her wedding. He knew I was gone. He knew I was gone. He was coming to me every other night. I said, how in the hell does he know? One of the things I went was in order to get out of the area and quit thinking about him, because I know we're picking up each other's thoughts constantly. So I'm in Arizona. First time I wake up and I see him waking up and calling my name. And I thought, well, this is weird. What is this? So after that, I'd wake up in the morning. You know how you get, you know how you, in the morning when you're half asleep, half awake, he would be right here in my third eye. And it's like, what the hell? How does he know I'm gone? He lives an hour away. He would have to drove over here to check. Like I said, girl, I still hide behind my spirituality. Nobody knows who I am, you know? And that's one of the things that I told him. You never took time to know who I was. You know, you never took time to see me. You know, when I first quit talking to him, and then we talked a year after that, and then he was too busy. I don't know. He told me he's coming back. He told me. Oh. I think it would probably have to be online. I wouldn't know how to do them in person. Because I know we can use, what is it, Zoom? For interactive classes. We have 2 other people on here and they're just listening. You know, we could use some input, you know. So it's you can't make up these stories. You can't. And then I for 2 years in a row, they've told me, not even asking about him. I'd get readings and they say, oh, he's coming back by Christmas. And then he never shows up. And it's like, what the hell? So this year I said, no, I'm giving him till the 31st. And then I'm done. I'm not willing to carry around this pain anymore. And so it was funny because he contacted me on 5D on New Year's Eve. And I told him in my dreams No, I'm not doing this no more. If you're not going to be here in the physical, don't even contact me. So, yeah. So I may not hear from him anymore. We have choice. We have decisions. We have that free will. I can't stress that enough. If you go in, and I have love readings, I have biweekly love readings, and I try to go in and do general readings every weekend. And on a lot of them, I do talk about, don't give your power away to a reading, make choices and decisions, question everything. What else do I say? 99% of the time, you already know what I'm telling you. We just second guess ourselves, I'm only here to bring you clarity. I'm not here to predict anything. I'm just trying to bring you clarity, I can't tell you your truth. You have to decide that for yourself. Make choices and decisions. That's the greatest gift ever. And there's something else. If you look at the violetflame.com, I'm trying to get these stuff out. Okay. The violetflame.com, you sign up for like a 6-week email thing. Then they give you a link to download the book on the Violet Flame. The Violet Flame was created so we could transmute karma. Okay. Why? His name was in my head about 3 seconds ago. One of the ascended masters. Oh, Saint Germain. The Saint Germain, one of the ascended masters, offered his light when he achieved completion. Okay. He offered his light as a way for us to be able to transform karma so we could ascend faster. Yeah, yeah, I saw it. I saw it. You want to see another movie? Watch The Last Christmas. Okay, that's not twin flame stuff, but that's got some metaphysical stuff in there that if I hadn't read a bunch of stuff about the movie was about, I wouldn't have caught on. There's just a little twist in it that'll blow your mind. But like I said, the violet flame, he offered his violet flame, he offered his light so we could transmute karma. So the violet flame transmutes karma. Now I've used, and there's specific prayers you can use with it. Well, I've used the violet flame for years to transmute situations. I never realized so much that it was about karma because I took the class so long ago. So I would put situations through the violet flame, transform it into something healing, and send it to the earth. Nobody sends healing energy to the earth. Well, not some people do, but who needs it more than we do probably is the earth, because look at everything she puts up with from us. She don't need us, we need her. And but yeah, the Lords of Karma didn't want to release the violet flame to everybody in the world because they said, well, look at how they abuse free will. So they gave it to devotees for several years, and they didn't open up the violet flame till probably the 1940s, 1950s for other people to use. Same thing with the Akashic Records. It used to be only certain people could access the Akashic Records. Now anybody can go in and access it. And that's interesting. The first time I went into the Akashic Records, you kind of question sometimes when you're really somewhere. When I got into the Akashic records, I'm sitting there and it was warm and soft and loving, and I said, wow, I really am somewhere else. And somebody says, indeed you are. I said, wow, I'm so in awe of the universe all the time. I just see all these awesome things happen all the time, you know. And I always say thank you for everything you do for us seen and unseen, because how much does the universe, yeah, how many times does the universe situate everything just perfectly for us? So, a spiritual divorce, huh? Yeah, because I've tried cutting cords and I couldn't figure out why. And then all this twin flame stuff started coming up, and I said, oh, fudge, I don't want him to be my twin flame. I don't want to deal with that. I already put up with 2 bad relationships. I said, okay, universe, I'm done with bad relationships. You owe me a good relationship this time. But, you know, once I told him New Year's Eve that I'm not willing to carry this pain around anymore, it's lightened up, you know. I should let everybody go. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. And the other book I recommend is The Dark Side of the Light Chasers. I don't know if you were on here when I was talking about that. It's by Debbie Ford. Because we push away parts of ourself and shatter our soul, you know? If you could learn not to do that when you're young, then you have to try to reclaim all the parts of yourself the second half of your life, you know? I do welcome input from the other 2 people watching. You have any questions, let me know. Callie, you can message me. My email is on here. And you're welcome to come in and watch any of the love readings, the bi-weekly love readings, and the weekly general readings. I usually put those up like fire signs and stuff. So, and people pop up and we end up talking about stuff on there too. But the tarot word talks, it's kind of funny because word must be getting out, because if they're just tarot reads, people don't go back in and watch them. But if I put tarot and talk, people are going back in and watching them to see what I've popped up with for them to learn. And there's stuff like I want to do a class on the power of the spoken word. That's so important. And I have a class that I just found. I cleaned out a storage and cleaned out a file cabinet, and there's some classes on there, and the 12 powers of man. They correspond with each one of the 12 apostles. And I ran across a book on, some of the older teachers from the 1930s and 40s. There's Neville, Florence Scovel Shinn. She wrote a book long time ago, The Book of Life. And that's an awesome book. And then Anne Colton. These are teachers from 40s and 50s, and they don't teach us stuff anymore. This is esoteric teachings and stuff that they just don't teach anymore. There's what's the one I just got? They were having the Knick Knack Nook is getting ready to move, and they're having a sale 40% on all their books and stuff. I ran across an esoteric book that you can't get anymore, anywhere. And I'm trying to think of her name. And I can't think of it, so. How do I, you know what? I started out with alternative healing. Let me put it this way. And one of the things that I had to learn was it's not me. I'm the instrument. The healing comes through me. I'm not doing the healing. Okay? And you kind of have to step back. Yeah. I know, isn't that true? That's what I keep saying. I don't want him to be my twin flame. I don't want to go through this. Okay, so how do I explain? I don't do the healing work. I learn all these modalities, and I was learning them all to heal myself because I was so sick. And that's what 90% of the healers do, is they learn all this stuff to heal other people, but they don't use it on themselves, okay? A lot of times I just learn them. I've learned probably 50 different modalities of stuff because I've used it on myself. And then if anybody else needs it, then it comes up. But one of the things you learn is, how can I explain? You step back and the energy flows through you. Okay? And I kind of do that with the tarot cards too. I told somebody, I said, I don't think I'd be able to do the tarot cards if I hadn't learned the alternative healing first, because you step back and let it come through you. You know? And when I was in the Akashic Records, like I said, it was a different texture, feeling. It was warm. It was soft. It was loving. How can I explain? It was just a whole different texture. And something else I teach people, I learned this, there's some classes called PSI seminars. One of the things they teach you is to go into your head and create a spiritual room. Okay? You can go in and put a computer up on the wall with the keyboard and everything, decorate your room however you want it. You can turn the computer screen red, type in your question to the universe, hit enter, and then if you want an answer, you turn the screen blue. It's hard to visualize the color red in meditation. That's okay. Hey, if you've got any questions, Cheryl, ask. This is what I'm saying. I have 3 people watching and only 1 person's interacting. You are welcome to ask questions, hon. Okay? But it's I don't know how to explain it. I'm in total awe all the time of all the things. There's a book out there called, I've done experiments too. What's her name? E Squared. E Squared is another book. You might try this one, Cheryl. E Squared by Pam Grout. She gives you experiments to do. You're funny. Okay. She gives you an experiment. The first one is ask the universe for a gift within 48 hours. Okay. All of a sudden I was gifted with 2 $1,200 classes. So that was a gift from the universe. So then the next thing was Ask the universe to give you something specific. So I said, my first thought was, I want to see an eagle. And I said, nah, I don't see eagles up here in Elbert County anymore. So I pushed that to the side. Now listen to this, because this is a lesson. Pay attention to your first thought. When I ask you something or somebody asks you something, pay attention to the first thought that comes up. That's the truth. Then the mind steps in and starts second guessing things, okay? So I said, okay, I want to see turquoise Indian jewelry. So I walked around for the next 48 hours, and I'm seeing silver Indian jewelry everywhere. We have a lot of Native American people up here. Use elderberry too, hun. So, like I said, I'm walking around seeing silver Indian jewelry and no turquoise Indian jewelry, and I'm puzzled. So what the heck? What's going on here? So I went down my friend's house, and I'm coming home. There's some roadkill in the middle of the road, middle of the dirt road, and I think it's a raven. I pulled up, and it was an eagle. Okay, that was my first reaction, that I wanted the universe to show me specifically, and it showed me an eagle. But this mind stepped in and said, no, there's no eagles out here. So let me see the turquoise jewelry. But the universe responded to the first thought. Okay, so pay attention to them first thoughts that come up. Those are so important. Okay. And then I had an incident recently. Like I said, I'm just so on universe. So I was leaving early because I had a doctor's appointment, and I needed to run a bunch of errands before my appointment. So I was getting ready to leave, and then I saw something I wanted to buy. Pulled out my credit card, and it was expired. I said, what the hell? Then I had to go dig out the other one. Then I had to charge that one, and then I couldn't find this, and then I couldn't find my keys, and then a dozen little things happened to keep me from leaving. And I said, okay, universe, this is very obvious that I'm being delayed for some reason. I'm going to thank you for whatever reason it was. Maybe it was to keep me from having an accident or something, you know. Thank you. So I'm driving down to the next town, and I ran into somebody that I hadn't seen for a long time that I needed to see. And it had to be divine timing. So it's a real process of surrendering to the universe. A lot of times, ask for what you want, be open about it, but it's still divine timing. It's very, very much real, very much obvious that there are people working with us, not people's light beings working with us, So I should let you guys go. It's already going to be 1:00 in the morning. I do have live readings this evening if you guys want to come. And you're welcome, like I said, to come in and watch my love readings and my general readings. So, and I welcome you to subscribe and like. Then you can be notified when I come on live. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. You never know. Yeah, I answer questions all the time, Yes. That was such a huge lesson for me. And then we learn all this stuff, we teach all this stuff, but we have to remember to use it for ourselves also, So, I tell people all the time, we're all here to be different. We're all here to learn different things. We're all here to honor each other's differences, okay? So I was down in Denver, and one of my son's friends is a Santanista priest. He was telling me that I can't be doing healing work. I have to go through all these rituals. I have to purify my hands, or the devil's going to get a hold of me. And I was talking about a being that stepped in. They're called the Watchers. They told me they were called the Watchers. That's the only thing they would tell me. He stepped in to help me do some healing work on somebody. And I don't do a lot of healing work on other people. But he stepped in, very gentle, loving, ancient being. Okay? And he tells me, oh no, the devil's going to show up as a gentleman and this and that. And he just had me doubting myself. I'd have to drive an hour home. I was an hour and 15 minutes away. But for me, that's like a form of meditation. I had to work through that all the way home. I had to come to the conclusion, I can't let him tell me that, because he came in to learn a different path than I did. I had to quit second guessing myself, having doubts from that ego mind coming in and second guess everything that I'm doing, because I came in to experience something different than he did. So it's you guys ready for bed? I think I need to go to bed if I'm going to do readings. I don't do Okay. I try to teach people to reframe their thinking to the positive. I don't look at it as a bad reading. I try to look at it as a lesson. That's like when try to move forward to stop the lag. Okay. Let me find a card, for example. Okay, so this is the Five of Cups. Okay, this is a card of crying over spilt milk, something that happened or something you don't have. Okay, but yet you can't see these possibilities behind you. Some people might take that negative, but what I tell them is, I want you to reframe that thinking process. I want you to look at it from a different option. I want you to look at how far you have come rather than how far you have to go. Because a shift like that can just shift everything, your whole life, the whole perspective, the whole problem, everything. I try to teach people to shift into a more positive mindset, because everything's a lesson, but see, like this one, this is being stuck in a mental prison. Okay, Cheryl, that's fine. Okay. This is a mental prison stuck in her head, but see, she has the ability to shift, make that little shift in thinking. Okay. Yes, she has the power to free herself. all she has to do is change that little tiny twist in how she thinks. If she looks at the positive rather than the negative, it shifts everything. Everything. You know? So, okay. Good night, Cheryl. Thanks for coming, hon. And like I said, if you subscribe, then you can be notified when I come on. You know, we try to and okay, for the tower, okay, because of free will, okay, the universe cannot interfere unless we ask. You know, a lot of people blame God for this, that, and that happening, but did you ever sit down and talk to God? Did you ever sit down and talk to the universe about what you want, what you would like to happen? You know, sometimes we ask for things and then we don't act on it. So this is when the universe steps in and shakes things up in order for things to be moved into something more positive. This is something that wasn't built on a solid foundation being rebuilt. Okay? Again, this is just shift of thinking. This is asking for help. We can't blame the universe for things that happen. We make the choices and decisions, and if we don't ask the help, how can we blame the universe? You know? That makes sense? And this one to me is limiting points of view. Okay? We learn how life is through our parents, through our teachers. Okay? And one of the lessons that I learned was my girlfriend does a healing technique called warning key corrections. Okay? And when she taught it to my children, the first thing that my children did was start clearing out statements that their teachers had told them. Do you know how mind-blowing that was? It's like, oh my gosh, what are they doing to my children? They're putting in all these points of view and lack consciousness, and that you are not good enough or you're stupid or whatever. These are programs. These are limiting points of view that are being programmed into my children. So this is lack. This is points of view. This is belief systems. Okay? The universe is trying to reach you, but can't get to you because you have this lack consciousness or these beliefs. You know? And that's one of the ways. Okay. That bubble technique I showed you, two of the main things you want to clear. It's better to give than it is to receive. And you have to work hard for your money. And money doesn't grow on trees. Okay? It's now you can use the bubble technique to clear that stuff. But there's something called Wernicke corrections, and they're you ever heard of EMDR? It's kind of similar. There's eye movements and stuff, and it clears things. But this bubble technique that I teach you now, it basically does the same thing faster. You know, and there's so many different healing modalities. Not everything's going to work for everybody because everybody's got different points of view and visions and are going to respond to different things, you know. Not everybody's the same. See, now this card, okay? This card is moving forward, but he's juggling all this stuff, okay? He's so busy juggling stuff that he's going to miss the opportunity. He's waiting for the ship to come in, but he's not paying attention. He's not open to receiving at this point. So he's stuck in this mentality, okay? He's going to miss an opportunity. I try to not make it negative, okay? I try to point out that there are other options, okay? But like I said, that bubble technique and the bubble technique, if you want to watch it again, it's on here, but it's also 6 months back in the videos. And that's fast. First time I used that, I don't even remember. And it's funny because once I clear it, I don't remember what it is anymore. It's gone. It's totally gone. So I went in and cleared something. It receded into the background of something else moved in, and I said, what? So I look over here in my mind's eye, and there's a whole line of stuff lined up because my body says, oh, she's clearing stuff. I'm gonna throw some stuff in here for her to clear, you know. And then all of a sudden my body, I had done probably about 10 of them, and my body said, okay, no more tonight. So I go in and check occasionally to see what the body wants to clear. If we clear everybody else's points of view and limiting beliefs, then we start finding out more of who we are. What's right for us, you know? I should let you guys go to bed. I need to go to bed too. Yeah, you can use the bubbles also to send things out to love people. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. But my focus is trying to teach people to heal themselves first. You know, and find your own truth. So okay, Callie, email me and we'll arrange something. You know, if nothing else, next month we can go to the fair together or something. So, yeah. Okay. Everybody, thanks for being here and listening. We've had people come in and out and listening. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Everybody have a good night and namaste.